You think that these shapes, by their nature aren't doing a lot, but they are doing a lot. Like then you dial it in, it goes right where it's supposed to go. A nice block. This is going forward. This is I'm kind of pushing my block through my structure. You kind of see what's going on. My elbow is not really opening up very much. That's a big misconception. Your arm doesn't really open. It more or less, when you're blocking, it more or less wants to almost be like a hinge that's unfurled. Like this is just a hinge. Now push it all the way to the edge where you get this sort of feeling. It just goes like this. Wop, 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 wop. Okay, now what you're going to do, that wop, wop, is your step. Like that change in my body angle, where my body is turning. I'm going to launch my block into the technique like that, like that. But as soon as you finish, you got to go back to being really relaxed. Because in your want to, in your tryingness, you will accumulate tension. It's not working. And then you get tighter and tighter. I get my elbow in the space where it's close to my front of my hip, back of the elbow, front of my hip, and then the twist is going to push my block up. So I'm like that here, on this twist here, and like focusing on that spot. Try to get that. Okay. Then you're going to make soto, okay? Then you're going to make kidambarai, and then yakuzu. Try this. Punch and relax. Punch and relax. Punch and relax. Lower the punch. Punching, I'm like here, like that, and then I'm just going to kind of push like that. That sort of go through him. Punch, push, twist. Okay? So now the next couple times, we'll be careful with your partner, but we're going to make, so you're going to go to here, and then make the punch. Just stop it on the surface, okay? So get that same juggernaut, the drive, your punch. Okay. When I was a kid, I looked at Black Belt magazine or some of these. It's like, what would you do if somebody grabbed you like that? And then people always assume that this is the starting point of the technique, but there's a lot of stuff that happens before that gets to that place. Okay. So what I would like you to do is, as he goes to reach, I want you to kind of match his movement. I want you to just kind of match his movement. So it's kind of like this. You kind of picture. You ever play baseball without a mitt? Somebody throws a hard ball at you. You can't catch it like that, right? It breaks your hand. You have to kind of accept it as it comes to you, right? That's the feeling. So as he grabs, you're going to kind of match his movement. Now, matching his movement is actually kind of hard. It requires you to get pretty calm inside, so you kind of feel. You feel. You're not analytically trying to make the same speed. No, you just have to be like, push the ball. As he comes in, I'm going to actually, this part of my body is going back, kind of like the carrot at the end of the string, drawing him in. And this part of my body is kind of almost inclining in. It's like, my feeling is like going in, so I'm not trepidation. I'm like going in, because we have physicality, but we also have psychology that's interacting, and that is I'm going to kind of almost give him a target. I'm going to make myself a little bit big just by my feeling of bigness. So I'm going to think big, and I'm going to open up a little bit. I'm going to think, and then I'm going to take it away. I'm going to big, take it away, take it away. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like inhale, exhale. So I'm going to kind of get that effect. This is going to be like right there. Boom. Basically, as soon as he starts to step, I'm like, no. I'm not going to wait for him, then hit. As soon as he starts to, no. And we're going to kind of put the hand like on his forehead, and then you're going to kind of roll that like that. So if you come against, you're going to penetrating through. So yeah, there are a lot of sort of logistical stuff, where's my hand and all that. But the essence of the movement is I'm just cutting through, like a hot knife through butter. That's the feeling. So when you move, if you move and you don't continue to cut through, if you get to here, you're stuck. I see you guys got it when you're doing that a little bit, you're kind of stuck here. When you move, like, okay, I'm going to go super slow motion. I'm up here. When I'm coming in, now I am just continuing to cut through. You see that? It's not my body that's, my arms or my leg that's throwing him. It's my forward action that's throwing him. Get that? So when you're doing it, try to feel, boom, just advance through, just cut through, like almost like he's not there. You have a cup of tea on the way. Okay? So just be like, well, that's cool. I'm just going to step right into the next spot. So that his pressure is actually driving my elbow in, and I'm going to get into the same place we were a second ago. Okay? comes in, I cut. Then just cut thumbs. I'm going to make the diverting step here. That kick. This kick is kind of like, it's got a snapping movement from the knee, and it's got an opening movement from the hip. So part of the power is not just the snap of my leg. It's sort of it's going to be like the open, kind of like when I'm punching. Like it kind of goes through my shape. The kick kind of goes through my shape too. So you're going to kind of come up and then cut. It's like that feeling. Right? Like kick that, and then like kick. So basically kick. But I'm going to do it kind of with the cutting in of my body, not with my arm. Because karate people that aren't used to using their center will do a lot of this with their arm. It wants to be more with my center. So it's really my weight coming in. You see that difference? This is a guy not so good, and it's all happening here. This is a guy much better because it's coming from his center. I'm cutting with my center and just inflect down. And I would say in your practice, just you maybe don't even have to do the lock. Just get that kind of like meditate on that feeling of this kind of sinking wave-like. Put your weight on it, and then it's just inflect. You think it's not strong, but it's actually more strong. You just relax, inflect. Okay, let's give it a try.